Yeah, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a...
Hi, beautiful. Welcome to High Vibe Honey for the week of the 22nd of September, 2019. Where the fuck does the time go? Holy shit. And also, happy Libra season. Hello. Welcome to Libra season. It's all going to get real beautiful from here because that's what Libra season is all about. Extreme beauty, extreme justice, and extreme balance, which is not really a thing. You can't have extreme balance, but it's cool. We'll try our best, you know? So I am your host, Gala Darling. That was a really weird introduction, and that's okay. And this week, we are going to be tapping on the fact that you can feel fucking good right now. And this is going to be a good one. You are going to love coming back to this all the time. So also this week, the cards are a little bit like finger waggy. Maybe because it's like the very tail end of Virgo season. And you know us Virgos, hello. We love to tell you all what to do. Like that's literally my job. Like, you know what? You should actually try this. This is my job. So the cards this week are very much along that tip. They're a little bit like you're a naughty schoolgirl and you need to do things differently. So prepare to just be told off slightly in a loving way. And the good thing about the tarot is that when they tell you off, they also tell you what to do to remedy it. So it's not just like, fuck you. It's like, fuck you and try this other thing, which is more helpful than just the fuck you, right? So the first card that came up is the Five of Pentacles in the reversed position. Now, this is really interesting because we had the Five of Pentacles in the upright like 2 weeks ago. So the fact that it's only taken 2 weeks for that same card to come up and be flipped speaks very well to the fact that you are doing the right thing, that you are on the right path, that you are working to reverse the energy of the Five of Pentacles. Because the Five of Pentacles in the upright, as I explained 2 weeks ago, is about looking at your beliefs around money and being like, whoa, those suck. I'm going to change them. And I know that when I announced that card 2 weeks ago, a lot of you were like, I'm going to take Radical Rituals Abundance right now. I'm committed to this and I'm going to change it up. So it's probably not a coincidence that exactly 2 weeks later, which is the length of that course, this card has come up reversed, which tells us that you're working on those things really actively. And the best thing that the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position says is that money is coming, that you have cleared out some of those old beliefs and that you have opened up these like new paths to abundance, which is so fucking great. And not just like, I don't know, you tripped over $100 in the street, but something has come to you because you've changed your attitude and like you're being offered these new career paths or new opportunities. It's not just like lucky, like you won it at the craps table, although maybe you did, but it's more about like you're being rewarded for the work you've done in a real, like visceral, tangible way. So well done, you. Golf clap. I'm very proud. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse position also speaks to an end to difficult times. And when we say difficult times and pentacles come up, that means earthly things. So it might be, you know, your living situation or the money in your bank account. But it just says that there is an end coming to those times that have been so difficult. So that's really awesome and definitely something to look forward to. But this card also says in the reverse that it's important to pay attention to your spiritual well-being and that maybe you've been putting too much time and energy on getting your finances right. And obviously that's an important thing to do. But to remember that real abundance, real wealth is about feeling good about yourself, doing work that matters, and having a strong sense of who you are. So that may mean more tapping, more meditation, more prayer, anything that is part of your spiritual practice. Maybe you've let it slip to the wayside recently. This is a great time to pick it up. So it's a little bit scolding. It's a little bit like, don't pay so much attention to your money because it's not going to work out for you. There's going to be other problems. Our lives are not just about money, even though television would love us to think that that's all that matters. It's not. So remember to put some emphasis on your spiritual practices this week. Our second card is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is almost like the self-pity card. The Five of Cups is about the person who is looking at what hasn't gone well or what hasn't gone according to plan or what hasn't been feeling good and is obsessing about that stuff. Meanwhile, in the traditional artwork for the card, there are cups that are still upright, that still have water in them, but the person in the card is simply not paying attention to those cups. She's focused on what isn't working. And this card is really like, bitch, get your fucking mind right. It's about the glass being half full or half empty, and you get to choose where you put your focus. The other thing this card says is that it's really important to be thankful despite the setbacks. And often when I talk to people who are going through a hard time, they will rattle off their complaints about something, but they're totally missing the fact that their life right now is 10 times better than it was this time last year. We are always going to have problems in our lives. They exist for a reason, and that reason is to help us grow and evolve and to become the people that we always dreamed we could be. And the thing is that nobody changes or evolves or steps up unless they have to. No one changes because they're just like, well, everything's great right now. I guess I'll do some hard work and evolve. No, everyone's like, great, I'll just lie here and like fan myself with a leaf or something. No. So the challenges exist for a reason, and really the only problem we have is that we think we shouldn't have any problems. It's fucking bullshit. You're always going to have problems, and they're an invitation for you to get better. So this card says, survey your landscape, but be optimistic about it. Don't just obsess over what's not going well. There's always going to be stuff that's not going well, or that's not exactly as you want it. That makes your life more interesting. But I want you to really focus on what is going well this week. Stop dwelling. Stop having a pity party. No one wants to hear it. Seriously, nobody wants to hear it. Least of all, the universe. The universe does not respond to your pity party. The universe is like, oh, pity? Here's more. Enjoy. No. So you really want to get that shit out of your system. If you wanted to do some tapping on being a pity party motherfucker, then you could do that, and it would probably help you. So just a thought for this week. And our final card is the King of Cups in the reverse position. King of Cups in the reverse position is a manipulative person who likes to emotionally blackmail people, who withdraws and sulks and has tantrums when they don't get their way, who punishes people, and who generally behaves badly. Now, who did that bring to mind? I'm sure it brought somebody to mind. And if it did, it's time to let that person go. Either to cut them from your life, to create a boundary, or if they're no longer in your life, to do something that takes back your power from that person. So I can't tell you exactly what that is that you need to do, but it is very important that you assess that situation this week and you figure out a way that you can release yourself from their control, essentially. So it may be that you quit a job. It may be that you tell your parents about how their behavior is unacceptable and you want things to be done differently. Or it may be that you do a ritual on your own and you just call your power back to you and you cut the cords that you're having with these other people who have been letting you down or manipulating you or blackmailing you in the past. This is very, very important to do. And that card really follows on so beautifully from last week. We had the Ten of Swords in the reverse position, which was about an old situation that ended badly. I think this is directly connected to that. So I really believe that this card is the last step in fully letting that go. You know, sometimes letting go of things is a multi-step process. It can take time. There's like peeling the onion around it. There's all these like different things that can kind of come up when you're releasing it. But I feel that this is the last layer of it. And I think you're going to feel really good when you fully release yourself from this person's control. Now, the other thing that the King of Cups in the reverse position says is that it is so important to take responsibility for how you feel. It is your job to feel good. And it is not anybody else's job to please you, coddle you, make you feel good. It's simply outside of their control. And if you're always waiting for someone else to do something that's going to make you feel good, you're going to be waiting potentially forever because they may never nail it in the way that you specifically need it nailed. So that's why this week's tapping is about choosing to feel good right now, because it's simply not up to other people to please us. And Let's be real, most people don't have a clue how to truly please us. It's our job. So that's what we're going to be tapping on this week. It's going to be really good. So drink some water and we will get started on the top of the head. I can feel good right now. No matter what's going on in my life, I have the power to feel good. I don't need to wait on my partner or my best friend or my family members or my boss or even the mailman to make me feel good about myself. It is simply not their job to make me feel good. And even though sometimes I have acted as if it was someone else's responsibility, I know that that is not true. And I know that desiring that only makes me a prisoner in my own life. Because what if they never do something that pleases me? Will I just be miserable forever? Because I am putting my power outside of myself? Let's just say, fuck that. Today, I am choosing to recognize that the power to feel good has always been within me. And to deeply acknowledge that I know how to make myself feel better than anyone else can. I know how to thrill me. I know the things I love. I know the places I like to go. And the things I like to eat, and the activities I like to do that will make me feel awesome every single time. Because I am my own expert on truly feeling good. And I am willing to claim that responsibility today. Today, when I don't feel good, I will do something that makes me feel good. I will move myself forward by taking some kind of action. And at the same time, I choose to release everyone around me of the burden of trying to make me happy. If they do make me happy, then that will be an amazing surprise. And I will absolutely welcome it. But I will not wait around hoping to receive a text message or an email, or to be on the receiving end of a conversation that will shift my needle. I am responsible for shifting my own needle. And I am responsible for making myself feel good. So even though I may have been taught otherwise, even though I may have seen my parents behaving differently, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself for having done this in the past. And maybe anyone else who might have been involved. Today, I choose to take responsibility for feeling good. And I choose to feel so fucking good right now. Okay, deep breath in, hold it at the top, and let it go. You did so well on that one. This is such a powerful routine to come back to over and over because we've learned through our whole lives that like us being happy is everyone else's responsibility, or like we let someone else ruin our day. Like, no, you chose to let that affect you for the rest of the day. It's actually a choice. You don't have to do that. You know, you're choosing to suffer when you do that. So I'm really excited for you to do this one and to come back to it. And if you would like to do the homework this week is to tell us about the thing that you've always pinned your happiness on. Is it like your mother's approval? Is it your boyfriend sending you a good morning text? Is it your boss acknowledging your work? Like, what is it that you're always waiting for? And tell us that you're fucking done with it, that you are reclaiming your time and your power, and you're just not doing that anymore. It's gonna feel really good when you do this, and I'm so excited for you. So do this, come back to it as always, and enjoy your Libra season. And I will see you here same time next week.